Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Leg Drop the World. My name is Doc. This is my good buddy Judge. And we are back to talk about wrestling. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to talk about Raw. We're going to talk about SmackDown. We're going to talk about 205 Live. We're going to talk about NXT.
Well, we're not really going to talk about 205 Live.
There's nothing really to talk about.
Nope.
Spoiler alert. So yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to do it all in about 45 minutes maybe?
Shooting for 45 minutes.
45 minutes? So, if you could take a minute, hit the subscribe button, the like button, the share button, share it with your friends, hit the notification button, let you know when we upload videos, and leave us a comment. Tell us what you thought about this week's WWE programming. We would love to hear from you. You could also check us out on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And so, yeah, I think that's all of the info. That's all the deets.
That's all the deets.
Right? So, yeah. Hey, Judge.
Yeah. I got to fix my hat.
Hit me.
All right. Let's start off with Raw.
We will start off with
Raw. We have Samoa Joe in the middle of the ring cutting a promo on the Shield. Well, Roman.
Dude.
And nobody has made me care about the Shield more than Samoa Joe. And he's not even a part of the Shield.
Is just the best. That guy's voice, there's something about him that when he, and we talked about this last week, when he talks, you listen, and not necessarily because he is intimidating, he is all those things, but he's just interesting. I want to hear him talk. He
brings life to whatever he's talking about.
Exactly.
No one likes the Shield. Well, there's a lot of people that like the Shield. No one in this room likes the Shield, but I actually started to kind of like the Shield when he was talking about the Shield. I was
exactly.
Like, I can get behind that group, and then Roman's music hits, and I go,
That's right. I forgot. I forgot how much this guy sucks.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. He basically calls Roman out. Roman gets to the middle of the ring. Well, out comes Cesaro and Sheamus. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Star Wars. It's coming out on Friday.
Woo! Woo!
But then Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins come running out to help their buddy.
Yep.
It's all good. They basically get sent off. They lose that scrum, don't they?
Who?
The Shield. Or do they win?
Honestly, I thought that. No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was. I know there was someone else who stood tall, and I was like, "Yep, they're losing." But then I was wrong. So, yeah, I don't remember exactly how that whole thing ended.
Oh yes. So the Shield, the heels left the Shield lying down. So
yeah, that's
they
what I
were
thought.
all in the ring.
Yeah,
the Shield were all in the ring, and the heels were walking away going, well, we win, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that sets up matches for tonight.
It was really good. It was really good.
It was. Sets up matches for tonight where we have Cesaro versus Roman for the IC belt. Sheamus versus Rollins. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dean goes against
Joe. That's all later.
Yeah.
So we have a match between Bayley and Bayley and Mickey versus Paige and Mandy Rose.
Oh my goodness,
this was bad.
It
was a blindside kick from Paige to allow Rose to pin Mickie James.
Yeah,
and I don't know. It's just not fun for me to watch this.
You know, honestly, I didn't start caring until Mickie James got in there. That girl's good. She's good, and
very good.
Like. They're not doing anything with her.
Nope.
It's awful.
She's jobbing out to NXT superstars.
It's awful. And I'm sure that she's a nice enough person that to say, yeah, I'll put my shoulders down. I will do whatever I can to help kind of prop up the future generation. But she's better than the other girls.
100% better.
And so she's
better than Bayley.
Bothers me. Yeah, she is.
This was bad for me. I wasn't. Yeah. Okay, and then
I would love to see Mickie James get another shot at the title. She had it, just recently, I know, but
the shot?
Yeah. She wrestled Alexa.
Yes.
I can't remember at what pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was fairly recent.
Yeah. So I would love to see her get another shot.
Agreed. Now we get to the worst part about Raw. Well, one of the bad parts about Raw.
And it's so unfortunate.
It is so unfortunate.
Because we were both excited about it.
I was excited about Woken Matt Hardy.
Yep.
It makes me cringe. So it's Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt trade verbal shots.
Yeah. It was bad.
And
we were talking about this
time he spoke, I was like, ugh.
So
stop.
Here's the thing, right? Nothing has changed in terms of his delivery from when he was broken Matt Hardy, right? He did the same weird stuff before, but it worked. I think part of the problem was, and I was talking to you about this earlier, is the fact that Bray got all of the mood lighting. He got the smoke.
Yeah.
He got the production
light.
value.
Yes.
Right? They had no production value for Matt. There was nothing. Yep. It was him standing in front of a blue backdrop with like the fluorescent lights on.
Yep.
Right? There was no attention paid to producing his segments.
Yeah. One of them was produced by M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
And the other one was produced by Tommy Wiseau.
It was enough. That's enough from you.
I gotta get it in.
It was right. I mean that cringy stuff that you're talking about. You know, like he was doing the same stuff when he was broken, when it was in TNA, right? It wasn't like that part. The delivery was all the same. It was just the fact that they did it. WWE production of it.
It was bad,
and it was just bad.
And every single time that it was, so it was Bray's turn to talk, and then every time it switched to Matt's turn to talk, they just had like Woken on the screen, and then the glass breaks and it just falls down with effects. And it was just like, what are you doing? Why are you just saying Woken every time? It's like, we know who it is.
Yeah.
Once is fine. You didn't have to do it 18 times.
Yeah. It was this was bad.
And it wasn't like it just happened once. It wasn't like Bray said something, Matt said something, Bray said something, Matt said something. It went on for like a good 10, 15 minutes. It was just like,
I think another thing that really affected this whole segment was the fact that they weren't really talking about anything, right?
No.
I mean, Matt is talking about the Great War and, you know, how it's perpetuated through
Sister Abigail.
Yeah, like all that stuff. They're talking about nonsense, right? It's a nonsensical thing, right?
Yeah.
But they're setting it up like it's this wrestling match, and it's you know you gotta go like way out of you gotta go out of the box.
Yeah, go
with this
L. Ron
stuff.
Hubbard with this thing and just
you know,
crazy with it.
And they're trying to take something that is inherently ridiculous and make it something that's like produced and interesting and, you know, like this is a wrestling moment thing. And it's not. It's crazy and ridiculous. Make it crazy and ridiculous. And don't give only Bray the production value. You got to give Matt the production value as well. I mean, he looked like he was in a middle school cafeteria.
Getting his picture taken.
Like, it was so bad.
I remember that background from when I was in middle school. My parents chose that exact background for my school pictures.
Yeah. So, but the other thing is that, like, it's not outside of the realm of possibility that they do sort of pick it up, right? I mean, there were things that I thought that I was really going to hate that I ended up liking. Bludgeon Brothers. So there is a chance that they end up making something good out of it. But right now, it is awful.
Yeah. It is. It was bad. It's like you went to a crazy home and you just picked two random people in that crazy asylum and sat them down next to each other and then just said, go. I got a video camera.
See, even that would be more interesting. This was people that you know aren't crazy and telling them, okay, act crazy and we're going to try to make it seem interesting, you know? Like, it was bad. They need to figure out how to produce these things better because it was bad.
Agreed. Next, we move on to Finn Balor versus Curtis Axel. Last week, we had Finn Balor versus Bo.
Yeah.
So now we get Finn versus Kurt. Balor wins via pinfall.
Full disclosure, I watched the Hulu version, so I missed this match because it was not on the Hulu version.
That's all good. It was, you didn't miss much.
Yeah?
It was a pretty fast match.
I can't imagine that it was anything spectacular.
No, I feel bad for Finn because it's like you deserve to be on TV.
Yeah. Well,
you deserve to be on the Hulu version. Like you're getting cut out. You're in a low tier feud, and it doesn't make any sense.
He's not in matches that are big enough to make it onto Hulu.
Yeah. Seth Rollins versus Sheamus happened.
Yeah.
Rollins wins via pinfall, which was interesting. I thought they were going to have Sheamus walk away with a win on this one.
No, honestly, I don't know.
And he used the knee, knee maker.
Yeah. I mean,
I wasn't a big fan of this match.
It was plotting. It wasn't the best match in the world, but I mean, it was okay. Like, it was a wrestling match. I don't know. I'm not sure that I'm a huge fan of either of these guys in their current form.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we move on to 205 Live from the Raw section, which is the second chance Cruiserweight Championship #1 contenders qualifier match between Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, and Tony Nese, and Ari Daivari.
Yeah. Why?
Because our boy Rich Swann
got into some trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot hold people against their will, Rich.
What?
If they want to leave, if your wife wants to leave, you got to let her leave.
You got to go. You got to let her go.
So
yeah, I don't know.
I believe he's been suspended. Yeah, he's been suspended indefinitely by the WWE.
Yeah, I don't know what else has happened, what has transpired in terms of him being arrested or going to court or anything like that. So anyways, but that's why, because Rich Swann had that opportunity. Mm-hmm. He was the one who was going to be wrestling.
Yep.
But because of his personal life, they had to pull him from it. And yeah, did they mention it at all? I didn't see this part. So they didn't mention Rich Swann's name at all.
Not that I can remember. No.
Okay.
Man, Alexander hits a Spanish fly and then a lumbar check in succession to win. Oh, whew.
Good.
That dude deserves the title shot.
Mm-hmm. He's good, man.
Too bad I think we're going to get Drew. Next we have Roman Reigns versus Cesaro in an Intercontinental Championship match, which just didn't make sense why they put the IC title on the line here, because he's already the tag.
Dude, that would be awesome. It would be so cool if he was a tag team champion and the IC title holder. That'd be hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
They'll never do it.
No. I mean, they even mentioned it in the Cesaro's never been the IC title holder.
Yeah. They should totally give Cesaro the IC belt.
So,
I mean, that sort of shows how upside down things are in the WWE right now, where you have a guy like Roman Reigns, who they were pushing as the second coming of, I don't know, Hulk Hogan or The Rock or, whoever the biggest draw in the world was. And now he's holding the mid-card title, and the legitimate, guys who are the best wrestlers can't have that belt now.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
I did not like this match.
Yeah?
The big storyline with this match was the damage done to Roman Reigns' arm.
Yeah.
Like, that was the selling point. Cesaro kept working on his arm.
Yeah.
Kept, putting him in weird situations where his arm was all twisted and messed up and did a lot of damage. But, Roman would just not sell it.
Yeah.
He would go for a punch with his arm, but he wouldn't, hit the punch and then be he would hit the punch and then you'd just be like, all right, let's do this some more. It's like,
come on, bro.
You have had your arm, twisted and, almost pulled out of its socket. You should sell that.
Yeah.
So, Roman Reigns is not the best seller.
No.
But that's just me.
But that's probably why he'll stay at the top of the card. Because, it's the guys who get really good at selling that are like, oh, hey, you're good at selling. Sell for this guy.
Yeah. Then Asuka's supposed to have a match with Foxy.
Yes.
That never happens because Absolution gets a hold of Foxy. And then Absolution attacks Asuka.
Yep.
And then Nia Jax is there, and Mandy Rose got destroyed.
Yeah, so you would expect one person to come out, but the whole locker room The whole women's locker room comes out.
Yep.
And they start working over Absolution. But yes, Nia Jax just obliterates Mandy Rose.
Oh, yeah. Feel bad for her. Not really.
Not really. I thought it looked awesome. I love Nia Jax, by the way.
Yeah, she's
I'm
great.
I'm fully aboard that train.
Mm-hmm. Next, we have Dean Ambrose versus Samoa Joe. And Joe wins via submission, but Jason Jordan is at the top of the ramp to watch this match because that's what Joe did when Jason Jordan fought Roman Reigns. Jordan causes an interference. Joe doesn't lose because of it, but then Kokini clutches Dean and seals the deal.
This is talk about people not selling necessarily. I don't think it's because Joe is bad at selling. It's just the fact that, like, I think it may be the size differential or I don't know what it was, but when Joe was selling, for Dean, Dean's moves, it was like, okay, well, I can totally tell that it's just Joe flopping. Like, there's no way that I don't know.
Yeah.
It just
didn't. Dean hitting Joe, like, Dean's tiny. Joe is just bigger than him, and so
I mean,
having Dean
Joe,
trying to knock him down.
Dean may actually be taller than Joe, but he's a beanpole, and Joe is just a massive dude. And they even did it where Dean comes off the ropes and hits Joe, and Joe just like stands there, and Dean gets knocked over,
as it should be.
Exactly. And so, anyways, but there were just like moments where Joe was, selling, and I was like, oh, come on, bro. He's just falling over. I just know that he's falling over.
Yeah.
Which is true anyways, but it's harder to suspend your disbelief when it comes to Joe.
Yeah. I don't know. This was like not the best match for me.
I mean, I thought the match was fine.
It wasn't great.
I mean, bottom line,
it was best match of the night.
It was,
sure.
and bottom line, Joe can have good matches with people that don't necessarily always have great matches. I think Joe is my favorite thing on Raw right now. And
he's the best thing on Raw.
I'm so glad he won. Like, it's kind of unfortunate that it had to come from a distraction, but I mean, it's a win is a win. I'll take a W for Joe any day.
Yep. Then we have the main event of Kane versus Braun Strowman. This was all led up to like Kurt being like, reinforce the ring as much as you can because last time this happened, those two went through the ring and blah blah blah. They're two powerhouses. Well, guess what? The match ends in a no DQ, a double count out. Yeah,
it does. And then it goes on from there. Because
it sucked.
Yeah, so the match was terribly boring. Once the match ends, it starts to get a little more interesting because they're brawling outside the ring and they're pulling out tables and chairs and all that stuff.
Going through security barricades.
Yeah, that makes it a little more interesting. But that's the thing. The finish for the brawl was Joe goes through, or Joe.
No.
Braun. Sorry, I got Joe on the brain. Braun hits Kane, and they both go through the security barricade from the outside, right? From where the audience is into ringside.
Yeah.
And then that was it. And it was like,
that's it. Boom. Done.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. There's some more fight in them.
Like,
let them fight.
That's not a fun finish.
Nope. Bad finish.
I mean, yeah, I was not a fan of that at all.
No, I wasn't either. What do you give Raw?
I'll give it a 4.
I was also going to give it a 4.
Oh. I think Joe carried this show on his back.
Yeah.
If Joe's not on camera, it's terrible.
Yeah. I think Joe and the Cedric match. I think the 205 Live match and Joe were really good.
Yeah.
That's why it's a 4.
And here's the thing.
Could have been easily a 5.
Why?
Easily a 6.
Why are Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Ruby Riott, and Sarah Logan on the main roster now?
And Liv Morgan.
Why
forget about Liv.
Why are they on the main roster when you could have? See, the problem is that Joe, as much as I love Cesaro and Sheamus, kind of mostly Cesaro, Joe needs to be with AOP.
Oh, 100%.
They needed to have called up AOP.
Yep.
And have Joe and AOP versus the Shield.
Yes.
That is way more interesting.
That's your money. That's your money ticket right there.
Oh my goodness.
That's your cash cow.
So I mean, yeah, because I don't like either. I don't like the Riot Squad, and I don't like Absolution.
No, they both suck.
Terrible.
Awful.
And they already have girls on the roster who are great.
Yes.
Push them.
100%.
Becky Lynch, unfortunately, is filming a movie.
No, she's hurt.
Or yeah, okay, she's hurt. Whatever.
Don't break kayfabe.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Mickey James is amazing. Like, push.
But she's old.
The girls
Stop breaking kayfabe.
that you have that are great. They're great. You don't need Mandy Rose and all these other girls that are. Bring up AOP.
True.
Give them to Joe.
Give them Joe.
To the moon.
To the moon. All right. SmackDown. AJ Styles cuts a promo on Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
Middle of the ring. And the Singh brothers come out to be like, hey, we want to be on your team, come clash the champion. My favorite part was when he was like, hug it out. Come up here, we'll hug it out. That's what AJ said to the
he
Singh
said,
brothers.
let's hug it out. And the Singh brothers hug each
They
other.
just kind of like look at each other and like.
Yeah, they hug each other.
He's like, no.
Yeah,
Up
AJ's
here.
like, what are you doing? Get up here.
Yeah.
I got to say, I
No
love
more
AJ.
hugging, now we're shaking hands.
I love AJ. Number one favorite wrestler right now. Mm-hmm. His accent sometimes, like, I'm from the
chicken,
South.
cheese.
There are certain times where I hear his accent, and it just makes me laugh.
Yeah. So the Singh brothers are in the middle of the ring trying to get on AJ's side, and AJ goes, listen. Well, Jinder comes out, and AJ goes, listen, I'm not dumb. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to beat up the Singh brothers in front of you. The Singh brothers didn't want to be with Jinder Mahal anymore because he beat them up last night or last time.
They show the footage from India.
Yep. And so
wherever.
AJ stops Jinder Mahal's massive plan to have an insider like Randy Orton.
Yeah.
This was great. This whole thing was great.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
And
did we talk about how it started off, though, with Kevin Owens and Sami
No, we did
Zayn
not.
handing out flyers?
And they have the yes shirts, but the S is a P, so it's a yep.
Yep.
The yep movement.
And so they're handing out things like to end the tyranny.
Occupy SmackDown.
Occupy SmackDown. Let's end the tyranny of Shane McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it was so great.
It was so funny.
So great.
And they're like handing flyers out to everybody, and they're like, yeah. One time, I think Sammy hands a flyer to somebody, and then Kevin Owens just goes, "Take two, take two."
Yeah, dude, those guys they're so hot right now.
They're so hot. Then after the confrontation with AJ, we get Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott with the Riott Squad on the outside. Boy, oh boy.
Do you want to
Charlotte won?
Break my heart, SmackDown? Is that what's happening?
Charlotte won via Ruby Riott via disqualification because the Riott Squad got involved.
Yeah.
Natty was on commentary of this, and this was just...
No. I love Natty. Get off. No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they tried to set it up where Charlotte was laying down, and then they're going to set up the steel steps so that they could launch her into it.
Yeah.
And then Naomi's music hits, and she comes out and beats up.
She hit a missile drop kick off of the ramp onto...
onto both Sarah Logan and Liv.
Oh, boy.
They, like, kicked them back a couple feet.
Hold on to your uteri.
Ew.
He creamed this girl.
She hit them hard.
And then she jumps in to the ring, and she starts, like, hitting Ruby Riott with these forearms. And she goes kind of, like, she gives him, like, 1, 2, 3, and then she starts, like,
Yeah, then
dude,
she starts going crazy.
That looked brutal.
Yeah, she was out for blood.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, so basically, this is all just to kind of set up the lumberjack match on how... so the Riott Squad's getting the best of Charlotte Flair and Naomi, Well, out comes the rest of the women's locker room to beat up
Which is exactly what they did on Raw.
Exactly, like verbatim.
Yep. Natty, however, was trying to put over the Riot Squad.
Yeah,
she was like, "Oh yeah, I love them," because of the lumberjack match that's coming up. She's hoping that the Riot Squad will help her.
Yeah. So, whatever. Then we had Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's not doing his quiet music anymore. His no music.
No, he's not. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but
Bobby Roode was on commentary. Basically, everybody's on commentary tonight. But Bobby Roode, in the middle of the match, just says, "Hold on, guys, let me go take a look at this." Hits a glorious DDT on Dolph. Hits a glorious DDT on Baron. Dude. Ends in a DQ.
Did you see that Baron missed his cue to hold the title up when he was coming out to his music?
No.
He, gets down, because the music kind of, has this thing where it goes down, and then it, comes back up.
Everyone knows.
Yeah. And so he, gets down, and he's, doing this thing, and then the music goes and starts doing it again, and he's still down here like this, and then he just goes.
No, I was just in the zone. I was trying to remember what I was trying to do.
Dude, it was hilarious. He tried to play it off like he
tried to do it.
No, you missed it, dude. You missed the audio.
You missed the cue, man. There's a cue.
I just thought that was funny.
You missed it.
However, I really thought that this was stupid, having Bobby Roode. I mean, I understand why he did it, but it was awful.
Yeah, no,
it's just a waste of time. We wasted time with Dolph's entrance, with Baron's entrance, with the 2-3 minutes that they had of a match, so that Bobby Roode could get in the ring and mess everything up. It's like, what are we doing? Why? I
don't know.
Do something. Make a statement. Do something. Don't just do the thing that everybody knows that you have to do because you've got a match coming up. It's such a cop-out. And I'm really starting to get annoyed with all that stuff. I'm really starting to feel them copping out.
That's what they do. Next, we have one of the best matches of the night. The Bludgeon Brothers versus Colin, Delaney, and Joe Monroe. You don't know who they are. They are local talent, but listen.
It was a squash match. It was always supposed to be a squash match.
Oh, boy.
These guys get ripped to shreds.
But I don't know who it was, either Colin or Joe.
Yeah, so the Bludgeon Brothers, Rowan goes over, picks up one of them, whichever one. In fact, Corey Graves said it best when he was like, I can't remember his name, but it doesn't matter because neither can he.
Yeah, exactly.
So Eric Rowan, picks up this guy, and they set up a power bomb.
A sit-out power bomb.
Yeah, and so Luke Harper has this poor guy on his shoulders. They both lift him up, so it's an elevated power bomb.
Yeah.
And as they lift him up, the guy goes,
and it's the loudest scream, and everybody, and I'm surprised that Luke and Eric didn't break character.
Oh man,
because I would have lost it.
Dude, Corey Graves
lost it.
Couldn't
stop laughing.
Yeah, because he does the first and so Corey starts laughing, and then they do the replay, and you hear the again, and Corey starts laughing again.
They stole the show.
Dude, that was amazing.
It was it's too high for what he...
Yeah.
He hit that octave that was way too high.
Dude, even if you want to scream, you can't scream like that.
No, you don't. Not on live TV, you don't do that.
Even his tag partner was like, bro.
He's rolling around
yeah.
Oh, he did it, didn't he? He did it.
Yeah, that was great. I gotta say, when the Bludgeon Brothers promos were coming out, I hated it.
They were
and
bad.
I still hate it when they talk. The writing is terrible, and the way that they deliver it is really weird. But when they are in the ring, they're really good. Really good.
Yeah, and they're basically... they're going to be fighting against Tyler the Breezango Fashion Police at the kickoff show.
Yeah, they are really, what they're doing is they're handling the Bludgeon Brothers they're booking them well, right? They're booking them the way that they should have booked the Ascension when the Ascension first came up, instead of having them lose to the New Age Outlaws like the week after they get called up.
Who are the New Age Outlaws?
Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
Ugh.
I mean, they were old guys. You know, it was a nostalgia pop that they got, but they buried Connor and Victor, who had just gotten called up, and it was like...
Well, they're doing Fashion File stuff on the WWE Network now.
Yeah, we got like a clip.
We didn't get to really see.
Yeah. So, but all of that, you know, the little clip that we saw essentially gives us what's going to happen at Clash of Champions, which is the Bludgeon Brothers versus Breezango.
Yes.
And I unfortunately think that Breezango is going to get buried. They're going to
be gone.
Stomped into the ground.
This is a pre-show match that will not be very long.
Yeah.
Then we have Sammy, Kevin Owens, and the Yep movement. So they're all in the center of the ring, doing their Yep thing.
Sami Zayn is, I mean, it's Joe and Sammy.
Yeah,
they're on fire right now.
Yeah,
in their respective thing. I mean, obviously AJ is AJ. He puts on great matches and all that stuff. But in terms of sheer I'm interested in every word that comes out of their mouths. Joe and Sammy. Sammy starts talking about the tyranny of Shane McMahon and all this stuff. And Kevin Owens is standing there with a microphone, and all he's doing is going, yep. Dude, it was genius.
Yeah.
Absolutely genius. I was a little skeptical when they initially turned Sammy heel. He is knocking it out of the freaking park in the same way that he was knocking it out of the park when he was a babyface.
Yeah.
He was doing great stuff then too.
Yep.
But if this does anything, I hope it proves to the higher-ups in the WWE the range that Sammy has.
Yeah.
Because he is amazing. He's a great worker in the ring, but you give that guy a microphone and he will just light it on fire.
Yeah. So the reason this happened is because Shane McMahon will be the special guest referee at Clash of Champions. Daniel Bryan comes out and says, okay, well, there's going to be 2 special guest referees. I'm going to be there too, so you guys don't have to worry about your job.
Yeah.
Because if Sammy and KO lose, they're fired.
Yeah. And
from
so
the WWE.
Sammy and KO were trying to, show the common ground that they and Daniel Bryan have. And Daniel's like trying to say, no, it's not exactly the same, but he sees their point.
Yeah.
That, that there could be things that happen that are unfair. And so that's why he's going to insert himself as the second special guest referee.
Yep.
Really weird and overbooked. But hopefully something fun comes out of it.
Yeah.
The only problem is that the other people across the ring are... Well, there are 3 people in this match that are great. Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Yeah. The other
Shane
3.
McMahon and Randy Orton.
And Shinsuke.
Shinsuke?
Well, he's not doing a whole lot.
He's not, but
he shouldn't be in this match. He should not be in this match.
He should not be, exactly.
It should be Shane and Randy versus KO and Sammy.
Yeah. But I feel bad for Shinsuke. I mean, I'm wearing a Shinsuke Nakamura shirt right now. I love Shinsuke Nakamura.
Of course.
Yeah. So, anyways, all I'm saying is that this has the potential to be an overbooked nightmare. But hopefully they do something good with it.
Next, we get the Usos versus Aiden English and Rusev, or Happy Rusev Day. Or Rusev Day! And I don't think anyone saw this coming, but Rusev and Aiden English defeat the Usos.
Yeah, so there is some weird stuff going on outside the ring. Rusev hits a super kick, or Machka kick, or whatever.
Kick.
And then that allows Aiden English to hit his whatever snap
DDT or
face
something like that.
Lock drop thing.
It's like a DDT, isn't it?
Well, it's set up like a DDT, but both of them land on their stomachs.
Oh.
So yeah, it's like some sort of front face lock drop thing.
The worst part about this match was that they started commercial, they come back from commercial, and it's like over.
Yeah.
Like, so we don't really get to see the match. It's just we see the start of it and then we see the end of it. And it's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's I can't say that I'm mad.
The New Day were on commentary.
Yeah, the New Day were on commentary with an enormous amount of pancakes.
Oh, God, it's too much. It's too
Big
much.
E had the pancakes. He was just like,
The dude is so great.
yeah. So, anyways, I mean, I can't say that I'm mad about Rusev getting a little push, but I don't know, man. We'll see, because he's got the Usos and the New Day to overcome, which they are both wildly more popular than him. But he does have like the outside chance of becoming, a fan favorite with all this stuff that's happening.
Rusev Day is kicking off. Happy
It really
Rusev
is.
Day,
I mean,
everybody.
it's starting to get over. Am I wrong?
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I buy a Rusev Day T-shirt.
Yeah.
Main event time, we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kevin Owens. And
Yeah, pretty good match.
Yeah, just like their NXT match, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good match.
Yeah.
But
the interesting thing that happened was that there was a distraction and the ref got knocked out.
Yes.
And so
Daniel Bryan,
Yep.
he was on commentary.
Yep.
And so he
was on commentary again, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody was on commentary.
Everybody, yeah. If you're not in a match, just get on commentary.
Yep.
But anyways, yeah, there's a ref bump. And so Daniel Bryan takes the ref shirt and put it on.
Yep.
Sammy and Randy are outside the ring, kind of lurking. And Sammy has gotten involved a couple times.
Yep.
Like
he's
maybe
causing a little bit of a distraction.
Yeah, just a little bit. But it's not until Daniel Bryan gets the referee stuff that
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that they really get involved, or the outside guys really get involved.
Yep. Kevin Owens hits the pop-up powerbomb in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens wins. That's it. That's SmackDown.
But there is a distraction because Randy and Sammy get in the ring and mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah, it ends up with Kevin Owens hitting, So,
Powerbomb.
Does this mean that he loses at Clash of Champions?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely. They're not going to fire Kevin Owens and Sammy, because it's not like you're fired from SmackDown Live. You're fired from WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, they've done stuff like that before,
where they fired somebody,
where people, it's like a job match where you lose your whatever. I'm just saying, I don't think that they're gonna lose. But
if Randy Orton loses this match, he should be fired.
It should be Randy's career that's on the line.
Yep. Okay, what are you gonna give it?
I will give it a 6. Oh boy.
What are you giving it? 6?
Yeah. 7?
I was gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, I'll go 7.
I enjoyed it. For a go home show though,
the only thing
it was a little bad.
Yeah, but I'm not huge on the whole Clash of Champions card. Like,
oh no,
I don't know that they could have had a great go home show because I'm not super enthused about the pay-per-view. But I will say this. I'll give it a 7, but it's provisional because provided that they step up the women's division stuff, it's bad. It's really bad.
Yep. All right, let's talk about some 205 Live.
Dos. Oh. Cinco.
There you go. Basically, we have a lot of talking.
Yeah. I mean, really, this show, we really only need to talk about the first match.
Yeah, there were 2 matches. The first match, which is Ari Daivari versus Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander wins.
Fine match.
Great match.
Cedric Alexander is a stud.
He's the best. Next, we have an insanely long promo in the back between Enzo, Gulak, Tony Nese.
I mean, this was like half the show.
Yeah.
It was awful. Shut up.
Yeah. And then we have, out of nowhere, comes the Brian Kendricks and Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus Kalisto. Well, it's Kalisto versus Jack Gallagher.
Here, you know what you do to someone who is a great, entertaining, flippy, flyy wrestler?
Tell me, what do we do with them?
Let's go to work on their leg so that all of the interesting, entertaining stuff that they can do, they can't do. And so we have this boring... Come here, you!
I got your leg. Let me grab your mask.
Oh, man. It was brutal getting through these matches. I want to like Jack Gallagher, but his style is just not, like, that's not the feature. The feature is the other guy. So his matches just end up being horribly boring.
Yeah, basically Kalisto wins, and then Gentleman Jack Gallagher and the Brian Kendricks beat up Kalisto, and then out of nowhere comes Moscato Dorado. I mean, Grand Metalik.
Grand Metalik.
He comes running down to save
I'll
his
tell you
buddy.
what, man. I'll watch 205 Live if they've got Mascara Dorado. Or freaking heck. Grand Metalik.
There we go. We got it. We fixed it. We got it.
Yeah, I love that guy. So
yeah. No, if you put him with Kalisto, I'm tuning in.
You put him with it. I mean, you put Grand Metalik on the screen, and I'm interested.
Yeah,
that guy's so good.
Yep.
But I mean, it's the same thing with Kalisto, right?
Yeah.
I when you put him on the screen, I would be interested, but you don't let him do his stuff.
Nope, we're gonna lag lock him. Then we get Enzo Amore versus Tony Nese because Tony Nese did something wrong.
He talked about him or something.
Whatever. Then they didn't even wrestle.
Yeah. No, they didn't. And it was just spinning wheels.
They were just standing there in the ring.
And they even got a "This is boring" chant from the crowd and they had Enzo talking in the ring.
Yeah, without a mic.
He had no microphone.
It's so dumb.
It was the worst. I'm going to give this a 1.
I'm giving it a 1 as well only because
Cedric Alexander.
Yes.
And Grand Metalik.
Yes. That's it. NXT.
Oh, man. Save us, NXT.
NXT. So, NXT starts off with
a bang.
Andrade versus...
It starts off with a...
Yeah. Oh, whew. That was... ridiculous. That slap. So it was Andrade versus Fabian Eichner, and Fabian gets chopped hard.
Oh man, I had to rewind. I rewound it like 3 times.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it was great though. It was great to hear that. It was like a firecracker.
Fabian Eichner, dude, that guy is reckless.
He ran. He went coast to coast basically. Jumped on the top rope and then jumped out of the ring on top of Andrade.
Yeah. I mean, he landed on his shoulder, too. He's so lucky he didn't get an injury.
Yep.
Oh,
then we had... So Andrade wins.
Yep.
Cool. Then we had the match between Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Yep.
And the Authors of Pain. A great match.
Great match.
Hard hitting. Oney Lorcan knows how to really hit you.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Authors of Pain end up getting the win, though.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hit the Super Collider and then the whatever.
Their tag team finisher.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It's a Russian leg sweep and a lariat together. But, yeah.
Yep.
Good match.
Then we get Ember Moon versus Peyton Royce with Billie Kay on the outside.
Yep. Not a bad match, actually.
Nope, wasn't bad at all.
Yeah.
And then Ember gets the
hits the Eclipse and wins.
Yep.
Billie Kay hits her with a kick, and Mauro Ranallo says, "Every kick begins with K."
Yep. Nice. And then what do you say? The what's the something from Down Under?
Yeah. No. So Peyton takes right. They're in there. They kill Ember.
They don't kill her.
They pick her up. Peyton does, and
does a running bulldog onto.
So Billie Kay has her knee sitting out there, and so she just like runs her face into Billie Kay's knee, and he says, "Sick knee from Sydney."
Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun, and then as Ember is getting beaten up, who comes out but Nikki Cross?
Inexplicably.
Which doesn't make any sense.
But she doesn't make any sense because after she runs the iconic duo off, she starts just screaming and running back and forth off of the ropes.
Between all the ropes.
And then she runs out through the audience.
Okay. Crazy. Then we have the match of the freaking century. No,
not quite.
But it was a great match. It's Aleister Black versus...
the match of the week again.
Yeah. Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Aleister Black versus...
Adam Cole.
Yep.
Bebe.
I did not like seeing Adam Cole take a loss, but boy,
the way he did it, though.
Yes, I was okay with the way he did it.
I honestly did. When I saw, because we saw before it actually happened, who wins.
We have more insider on that stuff, too.
Yeah. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I can't believe Adam Cole loses. Like, I love Aleister Black, but I love Adam Cole. We said this earlier. They did it wrong. Those two should be in the Fatal 4-Way together.
Yes, to determine who's going to be the next contender.
Yeah, but when
they should be,
exactly. But when I heard
Lars
that,
doesn't need to be in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoops.
When I spoiler alert.
Ho! You didn't hear it here. That's what's up.
But when I heard that Adam Cole loses, I'm just like, oh man, that sucks.
Yeah.
I love Adam Cole.
Oh, it
but
sucks.
the way he loses, he essentially you could see that Aleister Black is setting up the black mask.
Yeah, because he lifts Adam Cole's head up with his foot.
Yeah, and so Adam Cole just stands there and he goes, "Come on, show me what you got."
And he gets hit with that foot, and his knees buckle.
Yeah,
and
he
just
drops
falls
in
over.
place instead of falling backwards or something. He just kind of drops in place. Dude, beautiful, beautiful.
I was okay with him losing because I was just like, okay, you didn't. The black mask didn't come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
the black mask didn't. It wasn't like you were knocked out and then you got the black mask. You stood there and you took that black mask like a man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Baby.
He's like, I just want to see what it feels like.
Yeah.
Bam.
Rite of passage. Here we
Dude,
go.
So great. I loved it.
NXT. What are you gonna give it?
I will give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it an 8 as well.
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
Yeah, very good.
I was almost gonna go a 9.
I was almost gonna go a 7, but I really wanted to give it an 8.
But yeah, 8 is where I'm gonna land.
Cool.
Anyways, so there you go. That's WWE Wrestling for the week.
Woo, yes, it is.
Please, again, tell us what you thought.
Yes.
We would love to hear your thoughts. You could either leave a comment here on this video, or you could hit us up on Twitter and let us know what you thought.
Yep.
Leave links down in the description for you to make it easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, did I tell you again to subscribe, all that good stuff?
Just do it all.
Please do that. That would help us out greatly.
Yes.
Yeah. So with all that stuff out of the way, or unless you have anything else,
I got nothing else.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you for our
predictions
video. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.